Hey everybody, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark here. Fresh off her campaign to do dick checks in the ladies' restroom at the Capitol, Nancy Mace has flip-flopped, and now she's against gay marriage. And she's made that announcement by robbing a talking point from, I don't know, 1991 Pat Robertson or James Dobson or something like that, by tweeting, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Oh, big hit there, Nancy. Big hit. Not like we never heard that one before. Oh boy. You're really digging deep. Oh, my feelings are so hurt. Here's the thing. I try not to get too upset when people that are having a psychotic break lash out against the gays. And that's clearly what's happening here. I mean, Nancy Mace is mentally unwell. And so, I don't take it personally. I don't think it says anything about my happy family that Nancy Mace is throwing stones at it from her broken home. I do think this is an example of an unhappy woman that has, I believe, 2 divorces, lashing out at people in committed relationships who are just kind of living our lives. So I don't think it means so much about my husband or my daughter. I'm not like going to get my feelings hurt. This is a deeply sad woman just looking for attention. But I do think it merits noting, like her trajectory, because it's just so stark. And it mirrors what is happening with the Republican Party writ large, where you went from this moment where there was this kind of Christian cultural conservatism that was like part and parcel with the party, and there were like these factions within the party. Back when I was a Republican, I was kind of in the socially moderate, fiscally conservative faction, and then you had the, kind of evangelical Christian right faction. Back then Nancy was in my faction, and you had this trajectory going forward where like those factions kind of merge. Like Donald Trump just jumps into the party like the Kool-Aid man breaking through the wall. And, focuses so much on immigration and this white grievance politics, and it jumbles everything, right? Where a bunch of evangelicals are on board with this like thrice married mushroom-dicked libertine from New York City, and so things get jumbled, and like as part of that jumble, like the gay issue gets kind of tamped down. Like Ron DeSanctimonious tried to kick it back up with the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, but like for the most part, there was like this relative truce on gay issues where they dialed in on going after trans folks, dialed in on immigrants, etc. And so Nancy is sort of part of this. So like as somebody that was a socially moderate Republican, gets kind of swept up in MAGA, but then she still is pro-gay marriage. You can kind of do that. But I think the fact that now she has gone full Tony Perkins with the, you're not allowed to be Adam and Steve, I say with my deep voice. Like, I think it's telling that like that gay truce is sort of ending, right? And as the cultural right is ascendant, and as they focus on their white grievance politics and their anti-immigrant politics and anti-trans politics, it was only like a matter of time until the gays got wrapped up into that. And we've reached that moment. And so to kind of give you a tour through that trajectory through the story of this one ill person, Nancy Mace, I wanted to go back through her history. So here she is. We went back through just her Twitter history to make it nice and clean. 2021, I strongly support LGBTQ rights. No one should be discriminated against. Oh, thanks. Religious liberty, gay rights, and transgender equality can all coexist. At this point, she's even pro-trans. Noting also it's 2021, so Biden is president. Trump, this is not during the Romney campaign, and this is after Trump 1.0. And she is talking about how she wants dignity for everybody: trans, gays, straights, religious people. Oh, it was nice. It was a great place to land. If only we all could have stayed there. March 2, 2021. Country might be happier. Let's go forward. She pushes ahead to June, and she posts a South Carolina pride flag. Wow. A rainbow South Carolina flag. South Carolina's got a great flag. The pandemic kept all of us from fully celebrating Pride here in the Low Country in 2020, but hopefully we'll begin to open back up. We can all come together to celebrate the challenges our LGBTQ plus neighbors have overcome and the bright future ahead. That's so sweet. She missed Pride in 2020 because of the pandemic, and she decided she wanted to get us all back together for a big drag celebration in the Low Country. Huh. Bet I would have even been invited to that. That would have been nice. So there we go. Fast forward ahead to July. She just passed the Respect for Marriage Act. Shout out. That protects marriages like mine. Maybe doesn't protect marriages into the future, but it protects existing marriages. And she read she's a big fan of marriage, having done it a few times. She shows a little self-deprecating humor there. And if gay couples want to be as happy or as miserably married as straight couples, more power to them. Trust me on this. Some of her issues are starting to appear here. Miserably married. This is, we're a little bit before the time. Is this the moment? Yeah, this is the moment. This is a little bit before the period where she famously, now having had another failed marriage, is in a relationship. The boyfriend is going to a prayer breakfast. She's speaking to a prayer breakfast. And she does this.
And when I woke up this morning at 7, I was getting picked up at 7:45. Patrick, my fiance, tried to pull me by my waist over this morning in bed. And I was like, no, baby, we don't got time for that this morning. I got to get to the prayer breakfast. And I got to be on time. And a little TMI. But he can wait. I'll see him later tonight.
That's an ick for me. Don't know about talking about getting laid at a prayer breakfast. But okay. So that's Nancy kind of trajecting from equality for everybody, Miss Pride, love trans people, to go ahead and get married if you want, gays. It's miserable. She's sucking down a glass of wine or maybe doing a shot and kissing a lady next to her. Let's look at that. That's interesting. Hey, I like to party, so no judgment there, but it's an interesting video to remember as we push forward here.
Bulwark Takes is sponsored by Soul. Struggling to switch off at night? Soul's out-of-office gummies help me relax, quiet my thoughts, and help me fall asleep naturally. Just the right balance of CBD and THC to ease me into a restful night, and it doesn't get much more restful or cozy than these fall nights. You need to wake up every day at your best. You know how much my parenting skills have improved because I am sleeping deeply, and I'm waking up locked and ready the next day. Soul is a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy. Soul specializes in delicious hemp-derived THC and CBD products designed to boost your mood and help you unwind. Their best-selling out-of-office gummies were designed to provide a mild, relaxing buzz, boost your mood, enhance your creativity, and relaxation. With 5 different strengths, you can tailor the dose to fit your vibe, from a gentle 1.5 milligram microdose, which is, pretty good for the parenting, to their newest 15 milligram gummy for a more elevated experience, the Tim Miller experience. Soul has a variety of products specifically designed to help you get a better night's rest, including their top-selling Sleepy Gummies, a fan favorite for deep, restorative sleep. Bring on the good vibes and treat yourself to Soul today. Right now, Soul is offering our audience 30% off your entire order. What is steal? Go to getsoul.com and use the code BulwarkTakes. That's getsoul.com. Promo code BulwarkTakes for 30% off.
And then at the end of the year, once again, she is talking about how she's happy to protect the status of marriage, regardless of your skin color or sexual orientation. And then once again, she's doing the interview for CBS News and talks about how miserable her life is and how the gays can be miserable with her. And then we go ahead to 2024. Here's where Nancy starts to turn. No longer is she an advocate for gay, lesbian, trans equality, but she is radicalized against trans women. Trans women are not women. She's pissed about this now. She's going after them. The campaign that sort of culminates in what I discussed earlier about how she wants to be a dick monitor in the women's bathrooms. She's so scared of having trans men in the bathrooms, she wants to really do cup checks herself. And I noticed that she never wants to be on the receiving end of a cup check, but I wouldn't want to suggest that. I'm just saying the jury's still out. She's going to throw around accusations. You never know. So she's mad. She's mad at Sarah McBride. She's mad at trans women. She's just she goes from kind of tweeting pride flags to being a one-person bulldog going after trans women. But during this process, she gets chastised by this guy, Brad Palumbo, who's like a right-wing gay, saying about how he's disappointed in her. And Nancy replies to Brad, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're 100 wrong. I voted for gay marriage twice, in fact, and I would do it again, but that doesn't mean your balls have the right to be in my bathroom. Fair enough, I guess, and I don't quite get it. I mean, there are like gender-neutral bathrooms everywhere. I mean, I've been to a lot of gender-neutral bathrooms, so it's like not that, again, it feels like a deep obsession with balls in the bathroom. That I don't quite get. And it also doesn't really seem like she'd be that cool with like a trans man with a vagina being in her bathroom. But anyway, so she doubles down. No, pro-gay marriage, just no balls in the ladies' room. Then funny, this person, Boots, shout out to Boots, replies to her, you're going to be against gay rights as soon as it becomes socially advantageous. Shout out Boots. Bam. Bing. And Nancy Mace says, nope, voted for gay marriage twice, in fact. So that was there November 2024, so not quite a year ago. In December, she echoed that. She voted for gay marriage twice. People can dress however they want. Just don't do it to kids. Don't make the government pay for it. Also, don't force women to undress in front of men. We have rights. Okay. April 19th, she goes forward once again. I voted for gay marriage twice. This is kind of in a shouting match she has with a gay in a grocery store. Things are unraveling even more. And then we sort of see where this is headed. June 1st. No longer is there the gay South Carolina flag being posted, but it's a American flag, excuse me. This is my pride flag, America, America, America. I don't like gay pride flags anymore. So I don't like trans people anymore. I don't like gay pride flags anymore. And yesterday, this culminates with Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So I think we can learn a couple things. Again, Nancy Mace is unhappy and unwell. And I don't know, she's running for governor. I'd recommend that people of South Carolina look somewhere else, even if they're going to put a MAGA person in that I don't like. They should probably put somebody in that is a little bit more, even in the head right now. Somebody's a little more balanced, because you just never know. And all of this stuff that I just went through, this is all in the last 4 years. So if you elect her governor, who the hell knows what it could look like 4 years from now? I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, she might be gay or totally deranged, wanting to execute people. Like, it could be anything. That's not really a place that you want your governor to be, I don't think, kind of that level of instability and unpredictability. But I think the other thing it does tell, as Boots pointed out, is that like if there's room to go after a group politically, people will end up going after them. And I saw a poll the other day that had gay marriage approval rating down at like 54%. There's just one poll, and it had been much higher. You can read some of the tea leaves here that there's a little bit more of an open door. There's a handful of people, I think, that were always anti-gay and that had, in a way, closeted their anti-gay views because it wasn't politically advantageous for a while. And so some of those people, I think, will probably kind of let their freak flag fly again. And then you'll have political opportunists like Nancy Mace, who knows what is in their heart, but like see the way things are going, see that they can get attention for this, see that they can get street cred with the cultural right and the far right Zoomers and MAGA who are looking for culture warriors, who want to bring us back to the 1950s, and they might jump on that. And so it's a noteworthy trajectory. It's also just reveals how insane Nancy Mace is. So, if you're a gay out there, don't get too upset over old Nancy Mace. It's a sad person. And I think for her sake, we could just roll back the clock to that beautiful day in June of 2021 when she wanted to celebrate overcoming challenges with her friends in the LGBTQ community and get together and be merry and gay and have a low country boil and enjoy life. But I don't think she's going to get that. So good luck in your future endeavors, Nancy Mace. Everybody else, subscribe to the feed. We'll be keeping you posted on entertaining and depressing and enlightening and informative things that are happening in our political life. As always, right here at the Bulwark. See ya.